tips to get your time back. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Ignite Your Glow. I'm Jessica Harris. I'll be your host, and today we are getting into tip number 3. All right, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell above right quick so you can go ahead and be notified whenever a new video drops. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right on in. All right, y'all, let's break this down into tip number 3. Y'all, to get your time back, you're going to need to limit your distractions. Like, for real. And you may be thinking like, well, I'm not really on, social media like that. Or, I only watch a few reels a day. Well, let's think about this. Have you ever decided to set a timer out, right? And really time how long you're on social media for? Like, take the time to tally it, right? So every time you go on social media, whether it's a quick, how many notifications I got, write it down in your notebook, right? And then write down how long you spend on there and really time up how much time you're putting into those things. And then really sit back and think like, okay, what could I have been doing differently with that time? Now, I'm not saying to not be on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, Y, and Z, right? I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is to be mindful about how much time you're putting into those things. It's awesome to want to look at reels because maybe you want to be inspired. Maybe you're looking for a specific trend. Maybe you're looking for something, a certain audio, right, to go with whatever you're about to advertise or market yourself into next. That's understandable. But at the same time, that's not a task that should take you 5 hours to do, right? Like, you shouldn't be caught up in reels land because you done sat there and got caught up in watching all these videos when you could have been doing real work. So this is where you want to set a timer. So something that I do in particular is that if I know that I want to go ahead and do engagement posts, or if I'm going to go ahead and look at a few reels to get inspired or to see what I can do next with my business, I set my timer on my phone for 10 minutes. I do 10 minutes on Facebook and I do 10 minutes on Instagram. And it depends on what it is, right? Like if there's something in specific that I'm really aiming to do on both platforms, I'm going to dedicate like 10 minutes. Does it have to be 10 for you? No, it could be 5, it could be 10, it could be 15. It can be a mix of 30 minutes, and that's what you're using for, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, right? Because you're just looking for inspiration. But set a timer. The reason why you're going to set the timer is because the timer is going to tell you, up, whoop, whoop, hey, that you've been on for too long. You've been on for too long. You've been on for what? Too long. Use that timer because it's going to help you. And not only is it going to help you stay focused, but it's going to remind you that you have work to do, right? And as much and as easy as it is to be like, well, something big just went down. The thing is this, when you allow yourself to get sucked into news medias of all these other stuff taking place, you are now stopping other people from finding you and your business and the new thing that you're getting ready to launch. Why? Because you haven't spent the dedicated amount of time to actually putting yourself out there to do the very things of which you need to do. Jumping into entrepreneurship is not easy necessarily, depending on what field you're in. And even if it is ease and maybe you have clients, being distracted is going to take away the time that you need to better yourself and better your business. Because your business is never going to be at 100% because there's always another level that you're aiming to go after. Not unless you're a multi-billionaire, then you should always have another goal to go after. And in order to go after those goals, you have to limit your distractions. You have to understand where you're putting your time into. And not even just where you're putting your time into, but what are you allowing into your brain? Like, what are you feeding yourself? Y'all, that's a whole nother take. I'm not even about to go into that one right now because there's more. There's more. And trust me, there is more on how you're able to go ahead and get your time back. So, as always, like, subscribe, share, and drop in the comments your thoughts on how you are going to stop the distractions and try to limit them so you can get your time back. All right, y'all. Catch you on the next one.